All right. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to pretend like I'm happy to be back, but because I don't lie or waste people's time, I'm not going to pretend. I could actually care less. Um, a lot of you guys know, especially guys that have been in my Discord, that I've taken on a whole lot of new hobbies and all kinds of offline stuff, spending time with the family and all this and that. So online stuff don't really matter as much. At one time, it's all I did, and being offline as much as I have been lately, it just reminded me of how much time I've been wasting while I was online. I wasted a lot of time. Now, I've only been uploading content for 4 years, and that includes YouTube. I started in 2018, so I haven't really been uploading content that long. But for me, that's still a lot of years of wasting my time. But hey, it is what it is, right? Let me go ahead and destroy some items real quick. Um, Number one, all the people who are taking credit for my downfall on YouTube, time to bust your bubble. I'll tell you guys exactly what happened. None of these people are responsible for me being taken down. I'm responsible for it. What happened was very simple. When I got that brand new YouTube channel, it violated the terms of service. That's the reason why that channel went down first. The other channels went down all at the same time because they IP banned me. It wasn't because somebody made a phone call like I thought at first. It wasn't because of people flagging me. No, they IP banned me, which means every single account went down all at the same time. All of my channels were all on separate emails. Every last one of them had their own separate email to prevent all of them from being taken down at the same time. But if they IP ban you, it don't matter. And I tested this by creating a brand new email, one I never had, never used before. Tried to log on to YouTube, and it said, this product is unavailable. That's how I know that they literally IP banned me. The other way I tested it is I turned on my VPN. And when I turned my VPN on, I was able to log on to YouTube. So that's when I discovered that I was IP banned. That's why all of my accounts went down at the same time. So all these people running around taking credit for it, they're lying to you. They just want to feel like they did something. The truth is, the only person that could take me down, and the only person that's ever taken me down, is myself. I did it to myself. When I acquired that new channel, YouTube was monitoring that crap. And even though it's not stated directly in their terms of service, they don't like it when you go and purchase channels. They don't like it. And I did it. I'm not, you guys know, I don't lie about what I do. I did it. They caught me. I got to pay the price. I'm a man about mine. I'm not going to sit on here and lie and pretend like I didn't. And the reason I know all of this is because I actually talked to Google. I actually called Google because my AdSense account went down too. So I had to call Google on the phone and talk to them about my AdSense account because they still owed me some money from videos and live streams. I was trying to get what they owed me, then they could have it. I talked to them on the phone, and the lady on the phone actually spelled it out for me. She actually read it off of her screen or whatever and told me step by step what happened to my channels. And she also told me that it's permanent. That's one of the unforgivable things on YouTube. It's completely unforgivable. Like I don't care how many times I appeal it. They're never going to give those channels back, ever. They're never going to reactivate those accounts. Okay? It's just that simple. So that part of my journey is over. For all the people hoping and wishing, it's not happening, guys. It's done. And it's my own fault. I'm a man about it. I take my blame. But at the same time, guess what? Let's all be honest with each other. I wasn't going anywhere on YouTube. All my channels reached the point where they stopped growing. Yeah, I was getting views, but I wasn't getting any growth. So it doesn't really matter. I wasn't going anywhere anyway. And the money that they owe me is like $100 or something. So even if they don't give it to me, it's $100. I mean, are you kidding me? I got that laying on the desk somewhere. So it ain't even about that. I just felt like, go ahead and give me what I earned on there, and then you can close the account. Also, I had to talk to them because they're still charging me for YouTube Premium. Even though I don't have YouTube anymore, they're still charging my credit card for YouTube Premium. So I had to talk to them to get that canceled as well. So I had a myriad of reasons why I had to talk to them. But after I got off the phone, I realized everything that happened, and I'm good with it. You know, it is what it is. So I just wanted to clear up all the misconceptions, all the BS and lies that are going on. Also, something else, a couple more items. Apparently there are people upset with my mods. I guess some guy's mad with Virgil. And this guy did what they all do. You're mad at one of my mods, so you make a video about me. I don't even know why y'all are beefing. I don't inherit other people's beef. I didn't even ask Virgil what it was about because I don't care, because it's not my business. If he beefing with another man, that's between him and that other man. So I didn't even ask him one time what the beef was about because I don't care. But apparently, because this guy is mad at him, it's my fault. Guys, I've learned something over these past couple of weeks. I've learned something. All of these people who were doing this let's get rid of NBA thing, have you stopped to ask yourselves why they're not happy? Like they did what they set out to do. And I have to give myself one of these because look at how much it took to get rid of me. Look at all the stuff that they did to try to get rid of me. They piled up the biggest YouTubers they could find, whole communities worth of dudes to try to take me down. And the truth is, I took myself down by doing something stupid. All of that stuff, 4 years of trying to bring me down. And it all came crumbling down because I screwed up. Because I did something I shouldn't have done. That right there alone is a testament to my greatness. But let's get to the other thing. The Discord. I got people who are upset about the changes I made to Discord. I had 2 people in less than 24 hours get upset and leave. Bye. What am I supposed to do? Throw you a parade? Pin a medal on your chest? Hey, I was in the league server for 24 hours. What do you want? You guys know I could care less about Discord. I really don't care about it. It's for you guys. But apparently they're mad because I don't come in there and say anything very much anymore. And apparently they're mad because I fixed it up to where you can't talk about certain topics in there without being kicked out. You know, the stuff that they screenshot to make videos with, all of that stuff has been outlawed in my Discord. So if you're new and you come in there and you say a single word, matter of fact, saying certain people's names in there, my bot will automatically ban you for 24 hours. And the second time, it'll ban you permanently. You can't even say, sir, you can't type certain people's names in my Discord because I got so sick and so tired of hearing these people's names in my Discord. I got so sick and tired of people always talking about these clowns in my Discord. So I said, you know what? I had enough of this. So I had Verge set everything up to where you can't even type their names in there no more. Because, man, we're done with that. Okay? We're done with that. My new website will be up soon. I already done paid for it. They've already started building it. They said it takes about 8 weeks to get the whole website complete. Once that website is complete, I'll be on there doing the kind of content y'all miss. The stuff that y'all really want, that's what I'm going to be doing on there. And it's going to be pay-per-view. Ain't nobody coming on there free. Now, there will be a league discount for those who are loyal. They will get a discount. Hell, some of them will get on for free. But pretty much, yeah, you're going to have to pay to get on my shit. I ain't just letting folks come on there. But I'm going to be nice. I'm going to follow Twitch's rules. Because, look, you guys have been in the Discord dying for content. And I understand that. That's all I've been seeing in there. Man, I ain't got nothing to look at. I need something to do. I understand that. You guys look to me for content. So I'm going to abide by their rules. I'm going to stop calling names and I'm going to leave all that stuff alone and give you guys content until I can get my website up. By the way, Verge, do me a favor. Can you post my other Twitch channel too? Because a lot of y'all don't know I actually have another Twitch. It's actually older than this one. I didn't even know I had it. And I was fishing through my accounts and I actually found it. Another Twitch channel that I had. The channel's 4 years old. It's so old, it still has old 2018 content on it. Like, for real. It has stuff from 2018 on there. I didn't even believe it until I saw it. I totally forgot I had it. I made that Twitch account back when I first started YouTube. And instead of continuing it, I just kind of jumped over to YouTube because I was more comfortable with the format. So I just kind of abandoned it. But I've had it for 4 years. Like, you can check the date on it if you don't believe me. It's been, because I know somebody going to say, oh, he just never made this. No, that channel's 4 years old. You can go look at the date and see I ain't lying. It was created in 2018. So yeah, I got another Twitch if you guys want to sub to that, because I'm gonna be posting to that too. And I got my Discord set up to where both channels are automatically posting there whenever I'm live or whatever. Or at least it's supposed to. I don't know if it's working, because that bot just kind of does what it wants to do. So yeah, it's working. There it is. But you know, I learned a lot of stuff. I learned a lot of stuff during my extended break. One is we're the most offended country in the world. I got people who they claim that I'm like the most horrible human being alive or something. Now, these same people who say I'm the worst person to ever live apparently can't stop following my content. But I thought it was kind of funny. You know, a bunch of them were coming on my Twitter, so I just blocked them. You know, I just made up in my mind they're trying to bait me. They're trying to get me to say something, because they actually tried to flag me on Twitch. They, you know, they flagged me here. You know, they're trying to flag me anywhere. So they came on my on my Twitter, sorry, trying to bait me. So I just banned them. I said, I'm not doing this. I understand. You know, the YouTube thing's over, done with. There ain't no point of crying over spilled milk. I accepted it, move on. Apparently, I'm a coward for being a grown-up. I'm 44. I'll be 45 in January. I'm not finna sit on here and argue with dudes half my age. So I just block them instead of talking to them. I ain't got nothing for you. Okay? I'm a coward because I refuse to argue with people half my age. But the people calling me a coward are running behind the scenes to Twitch and YouTube and Twitter and everywhere else, claiming that I bullied them. I offended them. I hurt their feelings. Now, explain to me what's more cowardly. Who is an auto mod? What are they talking about? There are auto mods now? When did we get those? Oh, okay, you're not allowed to use that word. Even though it's not a bad word, it's a word that offends people. See, I'll get back to that in a minute. But apparently I'm a coward because I just chose to block people. I just said I'm not arguing no more. You wanted me off of YouTube. You got me off of YouTube. I'm not bothering anybody. Why are you still trying to sneak into my Discord? Now I don't care. Sneak in there all you want. Because the way it's set up now, you're not going to get anything you can use for a video. I only talk really in one room when I got something important to say. And that's to the higher ups in the room. That way nobody else can see it except them. And when I do talk in the main room, it's about petty stuff that don't matter. So you're not going to get anything you can use for a video. So whoever you are, enjoy. Have fun. I'm too old for the spy stuff. This little kid stuff. And that's why I ain't worried about it. Go ahead. Come on in. Get your spy on. Screenshot a bunch of stuff that don't matter. Because the only thing that's been talked about in there now is video games, TV shows, what anime you watching, stuff like that. That's the only stuff being talked about in my Discord now. I put an end to all personal talk, all business, all of that. None of that stuff's allowed in my Discord. You come in there talking about anything, and I mean anything, that's not about online content, you are out of there. We're just not playing that no more. I got guys so desperate to get in my Discord. I had a guy email me and offer to pay me $20 $20 if I would allow him in my Discord. I've gotten 7 friend requests since yesterday, all from people who claim to not like me, wanting to talk to me, or wanting me to come on their live stream and give my side of the story. Well, here's my side of the story. I got banned off of YouTube. The fun over there is over. I'm on Twitch. The end. There's my side of the story. What's the old saying? That's my story and I'm sticking to it. I'm done on YouTube. And I told you guys, I probably wouldn't last long on YouTube. And I was right. I predicted that I wouldn't last long. 4 years. That is not even a long time on YouTube. But I told you guys, with my style, I'm not going to last. Look, my first week on Twitch, I got banned. Just the first week. That's all you need to know right there. That's why I'm building a website. I can't be banned off my own site that I'm paying for. As simple as that. And look, obviously people want to hear me. I've been offline for a good long time. There's 100 people here. So apparently somebody wanted to hear what I had to say. Folks can't click that button fast enough. But I want to get something straight up. I ain't mad at nobody. All the people doing they flagging and harass, I ain't mad. I don't care. That's something that a friend of mine talked to me about. He said, dude, he said, just let it go. He said, it's done. He said, just let it go. He said, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't stop these people from harassing and bothering you and flagging, and you can't stop them. So just don't worry about it. And that's the exact approach that I took. There are people who wanted me to basically just completely blast the Discord. Like, just, matter of fact, Truth wanted to just ban like damn near half the people in there. And I came up with a plan that prevents that. Not only will my plan let us add new people, but my plan completely stops all of the screenshot spy stuff that don't exist in there anymore. So now anybody can come in there. There's only certain rooms that you can't see. The rest is open to everybody. Because I had people in there saying stuff like, hey, I can finally see the anime room now. Yes, because I opened it up to everybody. Because if you're in the anime room and you're not talking about anime, you're banned. So it don't matter. And my mods are watching and they are going to ban you as soon as you bring up something that has anything to do with people on YouTube, videos they've made, stuff they said, you're banned. If you post a video in my Discord that some loser on YouTube made about me, you're banned. See, I'm conditioning my Discord to not care about that stuff because I don't. I don't even care about this. And that's a fact. That's why my streaming schedule is going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's it. The rest of the week, I'm not going to be on here. Because, like I said in the beginning, I've started up a whole lot of outdoor activities with my family. And I'm not going to break all of that off to start coming back on here more often. So, and I work on Thursdays sometimes. So, if I have a Thursday contract, then you're not even going to get streams on Thursday. That's as simple as that. Then you'll get Friday and Saturday. But once Sunday hit, I'm not going to be anywhere on here. Don't even ask. Matter of fact, if you're in my Discord and you ask me if I'm streaming on any day other than what I said, you're banned. Yes, I know that's a hard line to take. I know it's unfair, and I know it's making some people mad. But I don't care. I really don't. And when I get my website, holy crap, you haven't seen not caring. And I had some people say, well, your website can be taken down if you... Look, I've been going through and looking at a bunch of websites of people who have their own sites, and they're saying stuff that there's no way you can say it on social media. And they still have websites that are still functioning. It's extremely difficult to bring down a website that's privately owned. You can bring somebody down if they have a channel on social media. But to bring down a website that's privately funded and privately owned, that's not easy to do. Because guess what? If you try to flag my website, guess who receives the flag? Me, because it's my website. If you have a complaint about my website, guess who gets the email? Me. Because it's my website. So everything goes through me. So yes, I'll look at your complaints. I will be glad to look at your complaints. And I will be glad to laugh at you. Dude, listen, St. Cloud, you kind of don't know what you're talking about. And because EDP never actually got his website up and running in the first place. So guess what? You're wrong. EDP never got his website started. He never put in the work to actually get it started. He just kept talking about it, but it never actually happened. So, no. No, I haven't decided on how much I'm going to charge for memberships. I'm going to make it fair, but I'm going to make it worth my while. Because I'm the one paying for this site. Nobody's helping me. I'm paying for every bit of it. So, I'll make it fair. But like I said, it's not going to be no freebies. Ain't nobody just going to come on there and watch whatever they want, and I ain't going to get nothing for it. This and YouTube and all this other stuff, all this Patreon, e-begging stuff, that don't matter. Because all of it really goes into the pockets of these people who own it. When it's my website, it goes into my pocket. So I'll make that decision. Dude, you're already in the Discord. What are you talking about? You're already, unless you forgot your login information. But let me see. Yeah, you're already in the Discord. At least I think you are. Yeah, there you are right there. Hang on a second. You haven't been in there in a long time, but you're in the Discord, dude. Hold on a minute. I can show you right now. Yeah, you're in there. You asking to be invited, and you're already there. See, there you go, right there. That's you. That's your name. You're in the Discord. You probably forgot your login information. You know you can change that, right? All you got to do is try to log in. And if you forget it, just say, hit the little thing saying that you want to change your password, and it'll let you change it. You don't have to make a whole new account. You have a new email. Well, what's that got to do with Discord? I don't think your email has anything to do with your Discord. Just put in the username. Just put in the username. Instead of putting in the email address, put in the username of the Discord account. Try that instead. Because that's what I do. If I forget what email I use, I just put in the username. That's the same thing I do on Twitter too, because I forgot my login email on Twitter. So I just put in the name of my Twitter and it worked. Look, guys, Virgil is handling the Discord link. I told him to drop that whenever he wants. So you people asking to join the Discord, that's totally up to him. Whenever he drops it, then y'all can click on it. I don't really care. I left him in charge of the Discord because honestly, that's what you're supposed to do when you have a Discord. If you're running your own Discord every day, then you're doing something wrong with your Discord. The person that owns the Discord shouldn't be in there every single day running it. That's why you got to have other people take care of that. So, anyway, no, we haven't gotten to that yet. Anyways, this stream has been titled The Offended States of America. And the reason it's titled that, because apparently breathing is offensive. Looking in someone's general direction is offensive. Telling the truth is offensive. We actually live in a time period where you're motivated to lie. What do I mean by motivated to lie? Who are the people that make the most money on social media? Who are the people that get the biggest channels, the most views? Is it the people that are being honest, or is it the people saying what folks want to hear? Think about it. Think hard about it. Who are the most popular people online? The ones telling you what you want to hear, or the ones being honest with you? We all know the answer. We know that whoever's telling you what you want to hear typically is going to be more popular than the person that's being honest with you. I made up in my mind, I'm tired of being the voice of the voiceless. I'm tired of being that one guy that tries to tell the truth. I'm tired of being the non-poisonous snake in a barrel full of poisonous snakes. It's not my job to force people to believe the truth. It's not my job to preach the truth every day. None of that's my job. And I've wasted a long time online doing an uphill battle against liars. Even when you have evidence that somebody's telling a lie, what do they always say? It's being taken out of context. That's the new way of avoiding the truth now. If you catch somebody, if I showed y'all a videotape of somebody robbing a bank, they'll put up a video saying that bank footage is being taken out of context. That's what they do now. Everything's being taken out of context. Like, that's how they avoid, having to be responsible for lies that they tell. So I just decided, you know what? I ain't playing that game no more. I had to go through and read the terms and all this stuff. Look, man, Twitch is Omega level when it comes to offending people. Okay? It is Omega level. All right? I got banned because I had no idea that you couldn't call people out, especially people that are harassing you. Okay? People who are going out of their way to harass me, I can't say nothing back to them on Twitch. Because if I do, all they got to do is come and flag me and say, look at what this guy said about me. So it's kind of like I told you guys. If somebody punches you, they don't get caught. You punch them back, you get caught. So the person that started it actually gets away with it. The one that retaliates gets busted. So I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to do regular content. I'm going to come on here and we just going to shoot the breeze. I'm not going to come on here and try to tell people nothing. If you want to believe something, believe it. That's my advice from now on. Whatever you believe, just believe it. I don't care what it is. Because I'm done trying to convince people of what's true and what's not. That ain't my place. My place is to entertain. That's it. I am not going to do that stuff anymore. Because I wasted a lot of time on YouTube calling out liars, telling people they need to get a job, they need a girlfriend, all this stuff. And for what? All of that is good guy stuff. Every bit of that. Everything I was doing, even though it didn't sound like it, I was giving people good advice. And giving good advice is good guy stuff. I'm not a good guy. And that's the reason why it failed. Because what did he say on Spaceballs? Evil will always win because good is dumb. And I learned that lesson. Trying to be good, trying to tell people things that can help them. The only thing that happened is what? I got banned. I got shunned. I got harassed. I got crank called. I got pizzas delivered to my house. I got doxxed. But I didn't get anything else out of being honest and telling people stuff that can help them. And that's because we live in a culture where telling someone the truth is offensive. This auto mod thing right here in my chat, it is automatically blocking words that have never been considered bad words in the whole history of mankind. And this thing is actually blocking normal words. It's even worse than the auto mod feature on YouTube. I've never seen some of these words be considered bad words. But they're being blocked as if they were because it's the offended states of America. I watched a video, and I'm not even kidding. It was on Rumble. This lady went off on this man for crossing the street. And let me tell you why she got mad at him. Because he didn't wait for the crosswalk sign to change. Even though it was none of her business what he was doing. Because he didn't wait for the crosswalk sign to change. This lady went off on him. She was offended because he didn't stand there next to her and wait on that sign to change. And that's when I realized what we're dealing with. That's when I realized what all of this is. And that's why I hear people all the time say, we need to build a social media platform where we're allowed to be honest, where we're allowed to tell the truth. No, fuck that. You just need to tell the truth. Stop being afraid of places like Twitch and YouTube and just be honest. If Twitch and YouTube were built up on truth from day one, then people wouldn't be scared to be honest. But because these platforms are built up on liberal ideas of everybody's feelings are important, because they're built up on those kinds of foundations, there's nothing that can be done. But I hear people all the time say, let's build our own thing. I never hear people say, I'm finna go start my own thing. That's the number one reason why I'm gonna make my own website. Because I'm not finna be that guy who comes on here and say, we should get together, guys, and we should go start our own. No, there ain't no we to it. I'm gonna go start my own. Y'all welcome to follow me if you want. But I'm gonna start my own. I'm not finna do a collaboration and try to build some new platform. That's happening all over the place. Look at Storyfire. That dumpster fire is what I call it. But yeah, that was a bunch of YouTubers trying to start their own thing. And look at it. It's a disaster. Okay? That's what happens when you try to do that. Come on, guys. Let's go start our own video platform. Yeah, that really worked out well. And there's a bunch of other ones. Storyfire ain't the only one. There's a bunch of them out there. Little independent places. Well, let me tell y'all something that I did. I did it yesterday, actually. Some of y'all probably didn't know. Some of y'all in the Discord know that I went to Rumble and made a Rumble account. Because they claim that they're, not like YouTube. They're not like Twitch. You can say what you want, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? They're liars. I posted one video on Rumble. 100% true, factual news story. The video was demonetized and it even got taken down for like 30 minutes. And then they put it back up again. When they realized that even though the story was about something controversial, I personally wasn't being controversial. I was just simply reading the news story. But you know what that showed me? It showed me that none of these social media platforms are above snowflakery. They're all afraid of hurting someone's feelings. They're all afraid of saying the wrong thing. So a platform that claims to care about free speech, as soon as somebody exercises it, they block the video. So you know what I did? I went to Rumble, deleted the channel. I removed my credit card information from it so they can't charge me again. And I'm just going to let it sit there and rot until they delete it completely. But I went through several different places where I had accounts. Vimeo, all these other little smaller companies. I deleted all of them. And I'm going to tell you why I did it. Because I'm not finna be that guy who gets kicked off of YouTube and then I run to every single little social media thing everywhere. DLive and So I went through and deleted all that stuff. The only thing I got is Twitch and Twitter. And I don't even really care about Twitter. You guys know I'm almost never on there. But once my website is up and running, I'm not even going to have this. Because I'm not going to need it. But I made up in my mind, I'm not going to be that guy. I just out of frustration and out of being pissed off, I went and done all that and I've reversed it all. I remove myself from all those platforms because that ain't gonna do nothing for me, and I'm just not gonna waste time. Like I told you guys, being offline is giving me some perspective. I'm not upset about losing some YouTube channels that I wasn't even profiting on. All you people who somehow think I lost something, no, I didn't. I wasn't making anything. I mean, it took my channels a whole month to accumulate $100. I want y'all to think about that, all right? All those views I was getting, it literally took my channel a month to accumulate $100. All those channels monetized. YouTube, this is what y'all don't know for you people who don't create content. It's a 60-40 split. YouTube gets 40% of your money. So if you make $1, they get 40 cents of it. Okay? I make over $400 an hour. I have hundreds of corporate contracts with some of the biggest companies in the world. Do you really think for even a millisecond that I lost anything? That bike sitting behind me, the thing's almost $1,000, and I think I ride it like twice a week. You really think I care about some YouTube channels that don't generate money? Except for YouTube. They were making plenty because they were running ads. Like on my live streams, they were running like 20-something ads on one live stream. I didn't even have control over that. Like I had people complaining to me, man, you got so many ads. And I had to tell them, YouTube was putting them ads on there. They were making money off of my streams. I wasn't making nothing. But the idea that I somehow lost something because I'm not getting 8 cents for every hour that I spend online or whatever it was, no. My only frustration out of the whole thing is the way it went down. And the fact that once again I sabotaged myself, because that's exactly what happened. I sabotaged myself. But even before all that happened, you guys know I was going through deleting content. I got rid of 600 videos. Between all my channels, I got rid of over 600 videos. So I was going through doing all that stuff anyway. Because I already knew that I just wasn't feeling YouTube anymore. And a lot of you guys know from being in my Discord, I've talked about it all the time. I wasn't even feeling YouTube like that no more. And now that I've been offline, spending all this time with my family, doing all this other stuff, I don't care. This online stuff, it don't have that same magic that it used to have. Maybe if we rewound time and went back to 2018 and I had that fire again, then maybe. But right now, I'm pushing 45. I got a family. I got a business to run. And I got bills to pay. So I'm not going to be as into this as I used to. And I think that's a good thing. I think only coming on, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I think that's a good thing. Because honestly, I think I spent too much time online. And now that I've been offline, I absolutely know for a fact I spent too much time online. I was on YouTube posting every day. Sometimes 2-3 streams a day. I was online too much. I understand that now. That's exactly the reason why I set my schedule the way I did from here on out. I'm not going to be coming on all week long doing all this. I'm just not. So you guys will be in there in the Discord dying for content. You're just going to have to wait. That's just the way it is. And I feel like, 2 to 3 days a week of content is plenty. Especially since it's live streaming. If it was videos, it'd be different. But because it's going to be streaming, I think a couple times at the end of every week will be fine. And, You know, I never took any of this stuff serious. I still don't. And I'll be honest. I think that's one of the advantages that the people that hate me, that's one of the advantages that they have over me. They see YouTube differently than me. They see it as everything. That's why they're so happy about YouTube. That's why they celebrate YouTube. I got guys in my Discord that can't shut up about YouTube. It's of your generation. Some of you guys don't understand that. This social media stuff, it's your generation. You guys literally were born with a cell phone in your hand. You guys at 2-3 years old walking around playing with tablets. This stuff didn't exist when I was growing up. None of it. So I don't take it the way y'all do. You younger people, y'all see the internet as everything. Y'all see it as everything. You can make money. You can do this. You can get a girlfriend. You can buy a car. Everything can be done online. I come from a generation where we had to get up, literally go out the door, lock it behind you, get on your bike, get in your car, whatever, and go do stuff. We had to actually go to the electric power board, stand in line to pay your light bill. We had to go to the water company, stand in line to pay your water bill. Now you can just pay that stuff on the internet. We had to go stand in line to pay our phone bill. See, that's the time I grew up in. You guys today couldn't even imagine a life like that. We had to go and fill out an application at a place. We couldn't just go online and fill out a job application. We had to actually put on some nice clothes and show up in person. You can't, I mean, you guys didn't grow up like that. So that's why y'all see the internet as more than what it actually is. Y'all see the internet as this golden goose. It's like the everything box. I don't see it that way. I don't see Twitch that way. I still don't think of them as jobs. There are a lot of y'all who think that Twitch and YouTube are jobs. I don't see them that way, and I never will. I'm not gonna change, guys. In a couple of months, I'll be 45. That's 5 years away from 50. You really think I'm gonna change my mind now when I've had all these years to change? You think that when I get closer to 50, I'm finally gonna come out and say, you know what, guys? I reckon that there Twitch is a job. You think that's really gonna happen? Of course it's not. Because I don't see it like that. I see it as an entertainment apparatus. It's a place to come and shoot the shit and have fun. That's all I've ever seen the internet as. It's this wondrous thing where you can do all kinds of stuff. Like, I've been on the dark web these last couple days. Like, I had people say, man, don't go on there. It's dangerous. I got a VPN and I got a Tor browser, which is like triple protection. So I went on the dark web just looking around. Yeah, it's crazy. It's weird. There's a lot of dangerous stuff on there. A lot of websites you probably shouldn't click on. But guess what, guys? I woke up the next day. There wasn't some weird hitman knocking on my door just because I went on the dark web. Like, look, the internet is just a joke to me, okay? It's one big joke. It's probably the biggest joke. I mean, how many of y'all have actually had to do stuff manually? You young people, a lot of y'all got everything taken care of. Your mom and dad paying the bills, paying the Wi-Fi, buying the food. Your dad out there, 79 years old, on his lawnmower cutting the grass, so you ain't got to do that. Your mom cleaned the kitchen, taking out the trash, you ain't got to do that. All you got to do is pick up your dirty socks and underwear off the basement floor and throw them in the damn laundry. That's it. That's all most of y'all have to do every day. And some of y'all can't even do that. Like, that's asking too much for some of y'all. That's why y'all generation is in trouble. Because y'all have become so dependent on the internet that y'all can't even do basic stuff. Some of y'all don't even know how to mail a letter. I've met young people that they do not know how to take an empty envelope and address it and put a stamp on it and mail it. I've met young people that can't even fill out a check, even though a lot of people don't use checks. The idea that you don't even know how to write a check is really bad. Look at this person. He said, I don't know how to write a check. That's what I'm saying. You guys take that kind of stuff for granted because to y'all it's just old people stuff. I used to think just like y'all. When I used to listen to my mom, I used to say, why is she telling me this old people stuff? I used to be like, man, I wish mom would just be quiet. I'm tired of hearing this. Because every damn day when she woke up, it was well, in my day, such and such and such and such. And I used to be like, ugh. Like, my mom used to tell this story how they used to walk to school in like 10 miles of snow in July. I was like, Mom, it don't snow in July. You shut up and let me tell my story. You see, we walked 10 miles to school in the snow and 20 miles back. I said, Mom, how is it 10 miles to get to school, but it's 20 miles to get home? How does that even make sense? You shut up, I'm your mama. Those are the kind of stories I grew up on, where they made no sense at all. But you just had to kind of just shut up because it's mom. That's the kind of stuff I used to have to listen to. So I understand why young people don't want to listen to people like me. I totally get it. But the stuff y'all don't know is really, really crucial to life. How many of y'all have access to your money if your debit card stopped working? Or your Google Pay app ain't working? How many of y'all have direct access to your money? How many of y'all can still get cash if you need it without your debit card or without your phone? How many of y'all can go in the store and buy groceries without having direct access to your phone or your debit card? That's the kind of stuff a lot of people don't have access to because they think everything is about a phone. It's about a debit card. How many of y'all know phone numbers? Like actually have phone numbers memorized? What would you do if you looked on your phone and all your 300 contacts suddenly just disappeared? Are you able to call anybody? I have all the important numbers of people that I need to call memorized. So I don't even need a contact because I know the numbers by heart. But so many of y'all can't call. You can't even call your parents because you lost your contacts. You have to go to the Verizon store and get them to look up your contacts for you because you lost them. I mean, it's pretty messed up. That's how y'all living. And I've actually stood in line at the phone place while they look up somebody's contacts because they lost their contacts. They bought a new phone and they didn't transfer their contacts from the old phone. So the company had to look up all their contacts and install it in their phone. I got all my PIN numbers memorized. All my account numbers. Everything. All my email addresses for those accounts. All that stuff memorized. Some people, they go on their computer and they got it set, the auto login thing, where it automatically logs you into websites. You know, sometimes that thing don't work, right? And you have to actually type in how to get into your account because that auto login feature ain't working. It just happened to me today when I tried to log back into my Twitch account because it's been suspended and my computer automatically deletes everything. Once I log off of my browser, my computer auto deletes everything. So every day when I come online, I have to log back in. Now, a lot of them are set on my auto login thing. I logged in today, that thing wasn't working. I had to type in manually every single email and password because my auto login thing wasn't functioning. And I think it's because of this brand new update, this Windows 11 that I got. My computer been going haywire since I got this thing. They just sent another patch update for it yesterday. Microsoft Windows 11 is just not doing it for me. Okay, Windows 10 was terrible. Windows 11 is even more terrible. Like, it basically just made Windows 10 more complicated. That's all Windows 11 is. It's a more complicated Windows 10. I mean, it's so much stuff on there that just don't work right. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, well, mine was an auto update. Like, my computer, I logged on one day and my computer was automatically downloading and upgrading me to Windows 11. I didn't ask for it. I didn't even want it. It did it on automatically. And then you can't delete it. That's another thing that Microsoft did. Once you get 11, you're stuck with it until they make 12. Yeah, it's messed up like that. So, yeah. Remember balancing a checkbook? Yes. Dude, that's called budgeting. I have to do that because I own a business and I have a family. So I know exactly what balancing a checkbook is. I do it every single day. Look, I'm not going to tell people, young people especially, how to do anything. I wasted enough of my time doing that. I'm going to come on here and give you guys entertainment. I'm not going to come on here anymore, trying to be people's father figure. That's not my job. Now, I know there are guys in my Discord, they like advice from me because I'm older. I'll do that. If you're in a Discord, I'll throw you some advice about women, about money, about cars. But I'm not going to waste time doing that stuff online anymore because that ain't my place. My place is just simply come on here, have a little bit of fun, and then get off of here. And that's what I'm going to start doing from here on out. I'm not drudging up any more old stuff. Ain't going to be no more screenshots of old crap. There ain't going to be no videos playing of old crap. All that stuff on YouTube, keep it over there. If y'all want to go watch it over there. I'm not engaging. All these people sending me friend requests, look, I know y'all are people who are just trolls that don't like me. I'm not accepting any friend requests because I don't want to talk to anybody on Discord, period. So you might as well stop wasting energy. I've already deleted every single request because I'm not talking to nobody. And all you new people joining my Discord, don't come in there and start talking to me. If you message me, you're banned. My mods will let you know. If you come in there and you do the @NBA, you're banned instantaneously. Because I've already told people, I do not want to be spoken to unless I come in there and talk to you first. Don't say nothing to me. Don't come in there trying to talk to me and be my friend. I see some people already leaving. We got the Discord. We had to change it where we got it set up now to when people leave, it lets us know that they leaving and what happened. And that's just for our benefit so we can laugh at them on their way out the door. So it tells us exactly what they did and this, that, and the other. So if you come in there and you get banned for being a douchebag, then everybody's going to know you got banned for being a douchebag. But I know some of y'all that are joining today, right now, you're joining because you think you're going to somehow talk to me or you're going to get some kind of screenshots to use against me. Look, I have no control over what's happening on YouTube. Haven't logged back into the site since. So whatever you're saying about me over there, I don't know and I don't care. And because no one posts that crap in my Discord server, I'll never find it out. So to you guys who want to come in and start trouble, I'm not going to say a word. I'm going to let my mods do what they do. Because that's what they're supposed to do. I ain't going to say nothing. Truth already let them all know the other day. I'll come in there and talk when I feel like it. I'll say something if I want to. But it's probably going to be about videos. Like the other day I was recommending some cartoons for people to watch. Matter of fact, if you haven't looked at season 4 of Young Justice, you should probably look at it because it's really good. If you don't like Young Justice, then don't worry about it. But season 4, I didn't think it would be as good as it is. It's actually good. Put it like this. I'll go on and tell you. They just killed Connor. Superboy. They just killed him off. That's how good it is. I'm telling y'all. I didn't even believe it when I seen it. Now, as you know that Kid Flash, he died, but now Connor is dead. Like, they ain't playing on there, man. That's all I'm gonna give you if you haven't seen it. It's good though. Like, it's real good. And they're not even trying to continue like stuff that happened in season 3. Like, there's a whole new thing going on, totally different, man. And it's really good. I'm glad too, because I needed a good cartoon to look at, a good anime to watch, and it's actually pretty awesome. Also, I started back watching Attack on Titan. I started over from the beginning because I haven't seen it in so long, and I just kind of forgot everything, so I just decided to watch it again. And also because the final half of the final season is getting ready to start soon, so I just kind of want to get caught up on all of it before I watch that. What is going on with you dudes going into Discord and then getting kicked out again? Look, y'all gonna have to understand something, okay? Y'all remember that song? Started from the bottom, now we here. Y'all know that song? Well, if you join my Discord, you starting from the bottom. You're not coming in there and you're gonna be like one of the top people. Okay? I'm just telling you now. And if you're coming in trying to start stuff, then you ain't gonna last long. I'm just gonna go on and keep it real with you, because ain't nobody trying to hear all that. Let me take a look real quick. All right, I'm just making sure that the bot's working. All you people that keep asking to get in the Discord, there are Discord links in the chat. Just scroll up and you'll see one. Yeah, I'm not in control of that. I'm letting Virgil handle that. He's the top dog in there, and Truth is the second dog in there. So them the two guys y'all get with in there. Me and William, we're like the boss and the underboss, and we don't get in there and do nothing. Like William, he don't come in there and do nothing but talk. He don't come in there and make decisions. He don't come in there and do nothing. He just come in there and say hi to everybody. And that's the same thing I've been doing. That's our roles. Like, we're the two highest dudes in there, but it ain't our job to come in there running the place. That's why I put two guys I can trust in charge of it. Virgil and Truth are the top guys in there. They run the whole Discord. So if you don't like what they doing, I don't know, go make a I hate NBA video. Man, I'm mad at Truth, so I'm gonna talk about NBA for 30 minutes. Like, okay, have fun. I don't care. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Man, I don't like Virgil, so I'm gonna bash NBA for some reason. Okay, what do you want me to do? I'm not gonna allow myself to be baited anymore. That's done and over with. I am not gonna allow that. I'm not gonna react to stuff anymore. I don't care what they say. I'm not gonna come on here and make a stream about it, because they're just gonna flag it. That's the whole point of trying to bait me. They say stuff, and then when I make a stream or a video about it, they flag it. Look what he said. So I'm not, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So, and that's what it's all about. So if you get upset with somebody in my Discord and you make a video about me, a person that had nothing to do with it, that's because you're trying to bait me. Also, because you'll get more views putting my name in it. I understand. I get it. I will say this, though. A certain person should be upset because he got that big channel, but more people are talking about me, a guy that's not even on the site anymore, than him. Isn't that like the most embarrassing thing you ever heard? You got all them subs, but more people talking about me than you, and I'm not even there anymore. Amazing, ain't it? Hey, you know what, Truth? And I'm glad. I'm so glad, dude. Oh, and I already know they're frustrated about the Discord. They're mad about the changes to the Discord. They're really mad about it. Because now all the screenshots, they're just mundane stuff that don't matter. Like, for real. What are you going to do? you're gonna take a screenshot of us talking about the Eternals, because that's what we was talking about earlier a little while ago. We was talking about the Marvel movies and which ones are good and which ones are bad. That's what we were discussing. And I was talking about how I thought Infinity War was better than Endgame, which I think it is. And the reason is because I think they screwed Thanos up in Endgame. Okay, Thanos in Infinity War, that's the Thanos from the comics. That's the way he operated. Endgame, they just turned him into a murderer. And that's not what Thanos does at all. I've read thousands of Thanos comics. He's never been like that. I didn't like that change that they made. But Infinity War got him right. Like, they nailed Thanos perfectly, how his character really is. That's why I think Infinity War is better. And plus, I didn't like all the time travel stuff from Endgame. Whenever you add time travel to something, it just bores me. I don't care about it. And I think they spent too much time on all this quantum physics, back in time stuff. Look, Thanos made the movie. Let's just keep it real. Infinity War was good because of Thanos. I actually left the theaters rooting for Thanos. Okay? I was like, wow. After watching that movie, I absolutely was on Thanos' side. Everything he said made perfect sense. Everything. And the way he went about his business was perfect. He wasn't just murdering people for the sake of doing it. It all had a purpose, a meaning behind it. And when he talked, I mean, just some of the stuff that he said, it just, if you just stop and think about it, it was awesome. And he made the whole movie. He really did. And I think Endgame screwed that up because they took that aspect away when they made Endgame. It wasn't about Thanos anymore. It was about a bunch of time travel stuff. But we were talking about whether or not the Eternals was good or not. I said it's good, but it's not amazing. And by Marvel's own standards, the Eternals is a failure. Because look at the movies that they've put out. If movies don't reach that level, because right now the Eternals is actually worse than Thor: Dark World, which was considered one of the worst Marvel movies ever. Okay? I think the second worst was Age of Ultron. Eternals is not even as good as either one of those. So by Marvel's own standards, the Eternals is terrible. Now, by other people's standards, it could be called a good movie. But it's going up against itself. It's going up against other Marvel movies. And you can't say it's good if you compare it to other Marvel movies. Now, you compare it to some DC movies, then who knows? You could probably say, yeah. But I don't know because Black Adam looks like it might be pretty good. Who knows? The Rock is a good actor. I mean, I didn't really care that much about him at first, but The Rock has turned into a pretty good actor. So, I don't know. You know, Black Adam might turn out to be really good. Well, Black Widow was terrible too, but I think it made money because people just wanted to see Scarlett Johansson. Like, I really do. I don't think people went because they thought it was actually good. I think they wanted to see her in a tight suit. That's what I think anyway. I don't really care about it. I thought it was a terrible movie. Yeah, the Injustice movie was bad. They need a retake on that. I told y'all what they need to do. They need to make an Injustice anime like they did with Justice League Unlimited. Well, they need to make an Injustice anime that spans a long period of time like Justice League. And they need that way they can put more of the story in. They can actually put the real story in. Because that movie, that one-off movie, it was bad. The animation was terrible. They screwed the story up completely. It was bad. I was so mad when I seen it. Because the Injustice is one of my favorite stories from DC. And they ruined it. They absolutely ruined it, man. They should have, that's a good idea. They should have either did like Infinity War, and they should have did it in parts, or they should have just made it into an animated series. Either way would have been better than what they did. It was terrible. They got everybody hyped, and then it turned out to be garbage. Yeah, this is why people don't trust DC. Look at what happened with the Justice League. You know, they make the movie, and then they put out the Snyder Cut, and I still think it was terrible. A lot of people think the Snyder Cut was good. No. All it was the same movie where they just added in some footage that they took out. That's all it was. And they put that little dark Joker ending at the end of it. That's it. If you wanted to see the Joker, you could just go watch Suicide Squad. If you wanted to see Jared Leto act crazy, everybody was like just drooling over that Joker scene at the end. Why? Who cares? Yay, the Joker is in a 15-second clip. Who cares? And a lot of people went crazy over the Joker movie. Look, it was a good movie. Okay? I ain't taking nothing away from Joaquin Phoenix. That was one of his best acting jobs ever. Like, dude is such a good actor. That's just like in, what's the movie? Gladiator. He was amazing in that movie. Like, dude is one of the best actors I've ever seen in a movie. The Joker movie was really, really, really good. But it wasn't nothing to scream to the heavens about. Like, it wasn't all that. It was good, but really? Joker! Like, y'all ain't never... Look, I don't care what anybody say. Up to right now, Heath Ledger is the best version of the Joker I've ever seen. The second best is Jack Nicholson. But the best version that I've ever seen is Heath Ledger. He absolutely 100% crushed it as Joker. He was 100% Joker. Like, everything that made the Joker character funny, dangerous, scary, and psychotic, he was all of those in one character. He actually nailed it. Jack Nicholson's Joker was like, he was like the gangster funny Joker. Jared Leto was just a thug Joker. Heath Ledger was the actual Joker, all of it in one character. He did it right. And I honestly didn't think anybody would be able to pull off the Joker like that. But he absolutely crushed it. So all these other Jokers that are coming along, Joker movies, they're good in their own way. But they don't add up to that Joker. Well, of course, the Mark Hamill Joker is the best one. That's the most iconic Joker from the animated series. Everybody know that. Ain't nobody ever gonna say otherwise. But I think the Jared Leto Joker, I think it appeals to another crowd. I think it appeals to this younger generation. You know, this thuggish kind of generation that we have. I think that Joker appeals to them. I think all the different Jokers appeal to different people. Okay? I think Joaquin Phoenix Joker, a lot of people actually like that Joker. They want that Joker to be the one in the movies or whatever. That Joker to me was just a guy who was off his medication and just kind of lost it. Okay? But that ain't the kind of Joker that's a criminal mastermind. There's a difference. Heath Ledger's Joker wasn't just crazy. Look at the stuff he was doing, guys. This guy was rigging up traps all over the city. This guy he tricks the mob into hiring him, and then he sets the mob up, kills them all, and take over their organization. That's what I'm talking about. That's the Joker, guys. That's the Joker. That's what I'm talking about. That kind of stuff, these other Jokers ain't doing that kind of stuff. You know, they're doing all this other weird junk, but they ain't doing it like that. Exactly. Then he got all their money and burned it. Like that is just, I mean, when he blew up the hospital, Who wasn't laughing when that happened? Like, how many of y'all were not crying laughing? See him walk out of the hospital wearing a dress. I mean, that was just perfect. That's perfect Joker. You cannot beat that, man. And then whenever Batman threw him off the building, homeboy laughing all the way down. He didn't even care. That's Joker. 100%. Like I said, I don't think Joker is ever going to be that good again. I could be wrong, but you never know. I'm waiting on somebody to come along and do Joker like that again. Like, Heath Ledger was doing the Joker to the point where the other people on the movie were, like, getting frustrated with him. Because he never took off the paint. He never took off the clothes. All day long, he was in that stuff. Playing the part of Joker. All day long. Like, there were reports that came out from the filming that folks on the set were just getting tired of him. Because he would never stop being the character. Ever. When you that into it, like, you just got to go with it, you know? Now, like I said, I think the Jared Leto Joker, I think it plays to a certain crowd, which I don't have a problem with it. Now, I tell you, I like the Snyder version of that Joker. I like that version of Jared Leto's Joker. I don't like the Suicide Squad version of his Joker. Okay? I didn't like that one at all. But when they redid him in the Snyder cut, that is the way that Joker should be. That was a lot better. I absolutely could pay attention to that Joker. That's if they continue it. From what I've been gathering, they're probably not gonna continue the Snyder stuff. The Snyderverse is what they call it. They should. DC actually have something there if they stick with it. Like, if you let Snyder do his thing, you might actually be able to take some of the bullets out of Marvel's gun. Because Marvel got crap coming up. You got Captain Marvel. Like, who wants to see that again? Not me. I can't believe the first one made as much money as it did. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. You got, like, this all-girl Avengers that's coming up. I mean, who's really lining up for that? Thor. Now, Thor and Guardians of the Galaxy, I probably want to watch those. The Guardians is going to be good. They've always been good. Like, I always like the Guardians. So I'm going to probably watch that. But I'm not a big fan of some of this other stuff. Like Shang-Chi, I didn't care about it. I mean, I happened to see it at a friend's house because they had it on the big screen. And it's kind of rude to go over somebody else's house and change their TV. How many of y'all ever wanted to do that, though? You done went over your friend's house, the remote sitting there, and you want to change it so bad. But because it's somebody else's house, you don't. That's how I am. Like, I just sitting there like, man, I want to change this. I'm missing the game right now. So you find an excuse to go home because you just don't want to watch it. That's how I am at my friends' house. Because they always watching stuff I don't care about. They always watching stuff I don't care about. And I just don't want to be bothered. But Marvel's going down. Like, they're going down. They're hitting really low levels right now. Because their last couple of movies just, they're not really that good. Not Marvel level. Well, the Blade reboot, I don't know how good it's going to be. Honestly, I think they should have gave that job back to Wesley Snipes. That's the only Blade that I remember. And he's still young enough to play that role. It's not like he was doing his own stunts anyway. You got to remember something, guys. These people don't do their own stunts. So you can put Wesley Snipes in that role. Older. They did it in the cartoons where Blade was older but still kicking ass. You can do that. Because actually, in the comics, Blade gets stronger as he gets older. Because vampires get stronger as they get older. Like, a 1,000-year-old vampire is going to be way more powerful than a 1 year old vampire. They get more powerful as they get older. But I'm looking forward to see what the new guy can do. This will be the first time that Blade has been in the MCU. So, and they're going to reboot the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. So I'm waiting to see how these reboots happen. Because I want to see who's going to be the new Wolverine. That's what I'm waiting on. Because they tried to get Hugh Jackman to come back and he said no. He said, I'm done. I want to find out. I just want to see who's gonna be picked for the new Wolverine. Because think about it, guys. Hugh Jackman played that character for 20 years. 20 years. That's the same thing with Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr. Played that part for 20 years. It's gonna be hard to see somebody else in the Iron Man suit. It's gonna be hard to see somebody else as Wolverine. And but I think they'll make it happen because it's Marvel. They'll figure it out. But we need stories like that. I don't want to see. I don't want to see Captain Marvel. Yes, she's super powerful. Yeah, blah blah blah. Who really wants to watch that? Like, who wants that? Well, I heard that the new Iron Man is going to be, they're going to do like they did in the comics. It's going to be, what's her face? Riri Williams. She's going to be the new Iron Man. Or, I think I forgot what they call, it's called Ironheart. That's what it is. Her Iron Man suit is called Ironheart. That's the one they're gonna run with in the next Marvel series of movies. But later on in the comics, Tony Stark's brother took over. Because a lot of people don't know he has like a long lost brother. His brother took over Stark Industries and became Iron Man. So it's a lot of people have had the Iron Man suit too. Like, there's a lot of them. If you read the comics, it's been a bunch of different people. Daredevil even has an Iron Man suit. For real. It's actually pretty badass too. If y'all haven't seen it, you should go check it out. Like, your boy Daredevil, I mean, he's already badass, but imagine him with his own Iron Man suit. That's just not even cool, man. Like, criminals don't even get an opportunity to commit crime anymore. Imagine getting your butt kicked by Daredevil and then get your butt kicked by Daredevil with an Iron Man suit on. That's just not right. That's not how a man supposed to earn an honest buck when you get kicked in the face by a big piece of steel. Yeah, Invincible season 2 gonna be real good. If you read the books, then it's gonna be amazing. Oh, you talking about Superior Iron Man? Yeah, that's when he had the symbiotic suit. I forgot it was made out of this stuff called Extremis. That's what it was called. That was the technology he was using, Extremis. I forgot what that stuff is, but it was pretty amazing, that suit. He also had a suit that he made out of the the Annihilator armor from Asgard. Tony Stark made an Iron Man suit out of the Annihilator. It was pretty bad, and he used it to fight against Odin. He actually used it to fight Odin, and he still lost. Odin wore him out, but yeah, he made that suit specifically to fight Odin. It was crazy. And then he made another one out of Uru metal, the same stuff that Thor's hammer is made out of. He made a whole Iron Man suit made out of Uru metal. Yeah, it's a whole lot, man. The comics are so far ahead of movies. They'll never be able to put all that stuff in the movies. It's too much. That's probably going to be the end of God of War, the Ragnarok game. It needs to end. Games start to get bad when they go too long. When a game has been running too long, it starts to get terrible. It's kind of like movies. When a movie's been going too long, look at Friday the 13th, or look at Nightmare on Elm Street. they reached a point where they got ridiculous, where they wasn't even scary anymore. They wasn't even good anymore. You know, same thing with Michael Myers. Like, for real, how many times are y'all gonna put Michael Myers down? I mean, he done came back more times than Jason Voorhees. He ain't nothing but Jason with a different mask on. That's all he really is. Yeah, he's the same guy with a different mask on in a different part of town. Oh, there ain't gonna be a GTA 6, man. They've been lying to everybody for years on that. Rockstar Games has been lying. They keep on putting out the rumors that there's gonna be a GTA 6, but every time they just put out a DLC or a remake of GTA 5. Matter of fact, most of the stuff coming out is remakes or DLCs. They ain't putting out no new games right now. It's terrible. Yeah, when I saw that where they put out the new DLC stuff for GTA 5, I was like, man, there ain't nothing left to do in GTA 5. Nothing. If you ever played that game, you have done every mission. You've been on every map. You done stole every car. You've done everything there is to do in that game. It's time to move on to a new one. That's just like with Red Dead Redemption. Man, it's done. Look, I still play it every blue moon. But it's done. There's nothing else you can do in Red Dead Redemption. If you've played it, you've done everything. Time to move on to something else. Time to make something else. Make another prequel. Make a game that, telling us what happened right after Arthur dies or whatever. Not Red Dead Redemption. Not that one. But I'm talking about like right after Arthur dies, what happens? Make that game right there. Because we already know that John hunts down the old gang and all that in the first Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel explaining how all that stuff took place. But now we need a game showing what happened right after. There you go. Or you can make a game with John making a game with his son. Because his son gets revenge for him being killed. You can pick up the game from right there if you want. But do something. I mean, how many times you rob the same bank or rob the same stagecoach? It's just boring. I don't even hardly play it no more. Like, I play the online every now and then just when I'm bored. But, it ain't really, nothing to do on there anymore. What in the world is that? I think Walking Dead has one season left. I ain't even been watching. I used to love Walking Dead, but once they killed off all the main characters, I just stopped watching it, man. That's the honest truth. Like, I really only cared about it when Rick Grimes was on there. Once he left, I really wasn't that interested in it anymore. Yeah, and plus there are too many Walking Dead shows. You got the Fear the Walking Dead. You got that brand new one that they made. You got the regular Walking Dead. Then they got another new one coming up where Daryl and Carol are gonna like have their own separate adventures. Then they got another spinoff where Negan is gonna have his own spinoff. It's just too much. And I like Negan. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is like one of my favorite actors. I like Negan's character, but I don't need a whole spinoff about Negan. Okay? His wife died. He started the Saviors and started ransacking everything. That's all you need to know. I don't need a whole spinoff to tell me Negan's story. But that's what they're going to do, apparently. They're going to make a Carol and Daryl spinoff and a Negan spinoff. And Maggie might even be in there somewhere. I hope not, because I don't like Maggie's character at all. Like, nobody really liked her character, but now her character is really bad. Nobody likes her character. all they talk about now is when is her character gonna be killed off. Like, for real. Nobody likes her character anymore. Because she really don't have a purpose in the story anymore. You know? Herschel's gone. Glenn is gone. All she got is her and her kid. And she's just angry all the time. Really? That's boring. Nobody cares about that. By the way, guys, I will probably be on my other Twitch channel tomorrow because on that one, I'm probably going to be talking about anime instead of this. This one right here, I'm just going to stick to real life stuff, everyday stuff. But on the other one, I'm probably going to do anime stuff. So if you guys are interested in any kind of anime stuff, that's where it's going to be on my other Twitch. Somebody post a link to that one for those who didn't see it. Man, this auto mod thing is going in, boy. Yeah, I'm finna get ready to get my butt off of here. I made some steak a little while ago. I only ate like a small portion of it. Cause I like when you know how you cook something and you're hungry, but when you get done cooking it, you don't eat it all because your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Well, that's what happened. I made a bunch of sirloin steaks, and I thought I was gonna eat them, and then I ate like 3-4 bites, and then I just didn't want to eat anymore. So I took the rest and put it in the fridge. What do you mean you lost the link? But yeah, I'm gonna go in there and try to finish the rest of that steak. Hang on a minute, guys. I had to check something, my bad. The other Twitch channel is Mad Black Entertainment. If you just type that in, you should be able to find it. I thought I had the link in the Discord, but I don't see it, so. I did go in there and erase all the old stuff because I was starting over fresh. So that's probably what happened to it. Yeah, I just went in there and just wiped everything out. Cause I just decided I'm gonna just start completely fresh. I didn't want to worry about all the old stuff, cause all that old stuff that was in there was deleted anyway. So he said he still can't find it. That's weird. I don't even know. I don't know why it's not showing up. It's not banned or nothing, because I mean I haven't even used it yet. So I don't know why it wouldn't show up. I found it just fine the other day when I was on there looking. There it is right there. Somebody just put it in there. Yeah, go sub to that one, guy. That's where I'm going to be doing the anime stuff. I'll probably be on tomorrow at some point to try to catch up on what I missed when it comes to anime. So if you haven't, make sure y'all hit that one up so we can do the anime talk. I don't even know what I've missed because honestly I haven't been looking at anything as far as Dragon Ball or any of that stuff. I ain't even been paying attention to it. So I'm gonna probably try to do a little catch up, see if I missed anything that matters. But what I'm gonna do, excuse me, instead of just focusing on Dragon Ball, I'm probably just do a whole overview of anime in general, like something like the state of anime or something. Because I haven't looked at Boruto, none of that stuff. I ain't looked at anything, man. Y'all need to quit. No, I'm not doing SAO. Come on now. Truth, I done told you I'm not messing with no SAO. You know that's like the #1 most hated show ever for me. Ain't happening, homie. Let me see. Yeah, it's almost 7:30, man. I'm gonna get my butt up off here, guys, because I'm pretty sure my woman's gonna be home from work soon. So I'm gonna get up off here. I'll be back on tomorrow. Hopefully. What in the world? Oh, it disappeared. My end screen. I'll put it back on. Y'all don't mind, do you? Yeah, make sure y'all hit the buttons, man. Sub to the channel or whatever they call it on here. Follow something. I don't know. And I'll be back on tomorrow to do the anime stuff. There you go with that emote thing again. You need to quit. Alright, guys. I'm going to get up out of here.
In the night, I feel so bright. Reach out and squeeze me tight. I can hardly breathe. I feel this feeling over me. Got to believe. It's my